Good evening, everybody. This is Plan and Traffic, and my name is Lewis Lee. And we got my man Ray from Motor Mouth Radio. What's up, Ray?
Lewis, how are you? Good to see you again this week.
Yes, sir. This week comes fast.
Yes, sir. Faster than that. Faster. I just said something to someone about that the other day. I was like, damn, I know somebody from my where I used to work. I've been out 3 years now, and this woman that I knew, she sends me a text. Let me know one of the guys that had worked there. One of the older guys had passed away. So, I hadn't talked to her in 3 years. She goes, "Oh, how's everything going?" And I said, "You don't want to know the answer to that question." I said, "Because it's so much better than you could ever imagine it would be."
Yeah.
I said, most times I got to think about what day it is. And
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh my God, really?" I was like, "Yeah, I got to really concentrate on what day. Forget about the date. I don't even remember dates anymore, but just remember what day of the week, because I might have to do something."
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. And with me traveling, I don't even know where I'm at. Like, I'll wake up, I'm like, where are we at?
Right. It just goes hand in hand. Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, and that's
No schedule. No stress. Well, it's stress on some stuff, but
yeah.
there's
The only
no.
problem, the only real problem I see is, we should have been doing this when we were like 20.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
we had all the you had all the energy and well, we didn't have the time and the money, but had all the energy and nothing would stop you. So
Yeah, I wish I would have done a couple things a little different.
yeah,
I still left a little early. 55, I left. So
right.
and I'm hurting everywhere. I got aches and pains and wake up sick and craziness. But
Yeah.
I can imagine 10 years from now what I'm going to feel like.
Well, I can tell you about that a little bit. I'm not 10 years older than you, but yeah, and I say that too. I just got some turmeric today because my hands are killing me. My thumb, I can't even push the door button on my car to open the door. That's how bad
Wow.
that thumb joint hurts. I got to use the other thumb, but that comes and goes. It's tendons. I've had problems with the other fingers, and they were really bad. I got a cortisone shot, then it was good for a few years. Now the thumb is acting up. So yeah, the aches and pains don't go away. They just keep on. But I'm not letting them stop me. I've known guys who did that, and they said, "Oh, I got to stop doing this, stop doing that." I mean, listen, if it is actually impossible to do something, you got to be smart. You shouldn't push it and
Yeah.
stupid about it. But if it's just an inconvenience or it's some pain you got to work through, screw it. You know what?
Yeah.
There's plenty of time to be in pain when you're dead. That's how I look at it.
So a lot of big shows are coming up. We got SEMA Show in 2 weeks. We got a couple other shows coming up in December. So we're looking forward to getting out to Vegas. We're going to head out, I think, Monday for sure.
Yeah, as they say, 'tis the season, and that's for sure. I can see Lewis froze up again for his internet, but yeah, the show season, the big show season is now, and
I'm back.
There you go.
I don't understand what the problem is, man. I got full bars. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it seems like when we add people on too, it gets worse for me on mine.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense because they're not drawing from your internet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't get it either. Like you said the other week, you said you were better off when you were taking, when you're getting free stuff, you're getting free internet. It was a lot more trouble free.
I don't know. I had to call the company again. I called them and they gave me suggestions, and I did everything they told me.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I even bought a new computer. They said my computer is probably old and processing, but that ain't the problem. I have a new one now.
Well, I know I'm on a PC and I'm hardwired. I'm on a cable. I'm on an internet cable, which that's how I like to do it. It usually, unless there's really a physical problem with the internet, which I did have a few years ago, everything is going to be solid as long as the router is working. It's going to be solid. Wireless, and I have solid wireless too, but it's always suspect to to things going wacky. But we've had good luck with it. And
right.
But you know,
So,
I watch YouTube on, I'm sorry, I watch YouTube on my TV that's cabled, and that
mhm.
gets that gets slow too. So you know, maybe it's the interface with the TV. So I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? My wife's in the back on the internet on the streaming, and so that might have something to do with me too. I had to go unplug her.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, you should, if you got good service, you should have plenty of bandwidth. You
Bandwidth.
really should. I
Yeah,
mean, you know, as long as you're not like we're uploading. When you're downloading is what takes all the that's where all the bandwidth comes in when you download. That's the big thing.
yeah,
Um,
yep,
so you know, we're not downloading. We're uploading. So,
yeah.
and it's just really streaming, which I guess. I mean, someone correct me if I'm wrong. That may be considered uploading, maybe not. It certainly isn't downloading.
Right,
So, you know.
right. So what shows were you talking about earlier?
Okay, I was talking about the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals. They say it's MCACN. I've heard some people call it McCacken because that's
Mhm.
really MCACN, but and other people say what? Yeah, it's Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals. Is the Donald Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont, Illinois.
Okay.
Uh, that's just outside of Chicago,
Hmm.
and they do a well, the guys that I know who have been going for years have done a lot of stuff, a lot of Corvette stuff, Corvette displays.
Right.
And the guys from Motion Performance were there with it's really open to pretty much everything. You know, it's muscle car and Corvette. So it's open to everything. This year they're celebrating, I think, the 70 Oldsmobile, the 442s. So they
Hmm.
do special displays, but they have vendors and you know all the guys come with the bicycles, the Schwinn's, you know the Stingrays and whatnot. There's a big kind of like at the auctions, big memorabilia section where people I guess buy and sell memorabilia. The thing I like is they have a section for unrestored cars that are considered survivors and barn finds. So if you drag something out of a barn, you could drop it in that show in that section, and now people can see a car that has been like a guy called my show, the radio show, a couple of weeks ago, claiming he has a Motion Camaro that would be a rare car, a '69 Camaro that's been off the road since '72. So somebody would take that car out and bring it to that show and drop it in that survivor section, and there you go. You can see something that hasn't been touched,
Yeah,
for that
that'd be
many
cool.
years. So there's a lot of cool stuff. So it looks like we'll be heading up there. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving. So SEMA is right around the same time, correct?
Yeah, it's the first week of November,
Yeah, and this is
first to fourth.
okay. Yeah, this is November 22nd, so it's after that. Yeah. So I guess I don't know. I wonder if these shows kind of get together and work out the dates, so they don't, because a lot of people like to go to a lot of the shows. So I wonder if they do that so they don't step on each other's dates. I don't know. and you can't tell me because you froze. So
Okay.
I would
Yeah,
imagine, I would imagine they do that.
yeah. Well, SEMA's the first week of November every year, so they probably just build off of that.
Right. See, we have something here on Long Island called the All Island Car Club Council, and I remember going to these meetings like 30 years ago, and it was basically a representative from each of the clubs on the island, which back then there were a lot less. And
Mhm.
what they did is their job that night was to hammer out the calendar for the next car show season. And one guy would say, like the Olds Club, my buddy who'd be going with me to McCacken, the Olds Club always had a spring dust off. It was the first Sunday of May. So they would say, hey, you know what? We need May, whatever it is, 5th, because we've always had the first weekend. Okay, right. So other shows would work around that. Now it's gotten to the point there's so many shows that and on any given weekend in the show season, you could have 5 or 6 shows on a given Sunday.
Really?
So it's almost, and people still argue about it. Well, we've been doing our show for 8 or 10 years. We need that date. And like I say, hey, listen, you really can't stop other people from having their show. And in this case, that show that they're talking about is 30 miles away.
Hmm.
And your show, like just to use the Olds Club, because I have said this in the past, like your club is the Oldsmobile Club. So you draw a lot of Oldsmobiles. Of course, they open it to everything. But if there's a rat rod show 30 miles away, or a Mustang show, I was like, guys, you're not going to draw. Mustang show isn't drawn from the Oldsmobile show. Yeah, maybe one or two guys might have gone to that show, but for the predominantly, you have to think the Mustang guys are going to the Mustang show, old guys go to the old show, and maybe even the GM guys. So they get that petty where they're 30, 40 miles away and they're arguing. Well, you're on the same day. It was like, well, listen, there's only so many weekends in the summer,
Yeah.
So I think maybe these big shows have done the same thing and kind of mapped out their weekends. Like SEMA is always the first weekend of November, and that's that. So,
well, that's a good sign that you have more car shows than weekends, because that means people are still doing cars and showing them.
And Lewis, you got to see what happens when there's a rain date. Oh my God! Then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
Now, your rain date is typically the next week, but there's 8 or 10 other shows that were scheduled for that week. Now it's like, now there's 20 shows that week. So you can't do them all. I know guys that would go from show to show to show. I'm not that ambitious myself, but.
Well, that'd be a cool thing to do, is have one show in the morning and another show in the afternoon, if you could work it out like that.
I guess what it is, if you want to just go and spectate, yeah, you can hit a bunch of shows. It's possible. But if you want to enter your car, I mean, a lot of guys, let's face it, they're there for that plastic trophy. They want that damn $2 trophy. And now you got to be there at the end of the day. And you got to be there when they judge. So,
I went to a couple shows with the Peaches. And man, you got to sit there all day. I was like, man, I'm not doing this no more. This is crazy.
Now, there are some guys, my buddy Bill, who's probably watching the show tonight. He did a show for 27, 28 years, exclusive show, and they always made sure that it was over by 3, because they know, like, hey, guys want to go home and watch the ball game, or you got maybe family stuff, or you're going to go out to dinner, whatever it is, you're traveling. So some shows were cognizant of that, and they were, they worked with their clientele and said, hey, we're not going to make you wait till 5 o'clock for the trophies, because then the guys that don't get one will be like, damn, now I'm gonna hit traffic, and now the bitching begins.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah. I mean, when I was doing a show, I did a show for 10 years, a Father's Day show, and it was really based on Hemming's premise. They said, honor. I think I don't remember the exact tagline. It was like something like, honor the old man, his day, his way. So they encourage people across the country to have a show on Father's Day, and they provided in the beginning a lot of stuff, goodie bag stuff, banners, plaques, the whole bit. And they said, we suggest that what you do is, start in the morning, but give. They made a plaque. I probably. Yeah, I have to dig. It's down there. I have copies of them. And they say, you give the goodie bags and the plaques out as people come in the show. This way, it's not a judged show. They already got their memento. And because it's Father's Day, maybe some dads can hang out till 12 or 1 o'clock, and they got to get home because the family's coming over or they're going out or whatever. So come in, spend a nice morning, and then just leave when you want. Leave when you have to, because you don't have to wait for a staged trophy presentation.
Right.
And it went over really, really well. It really did. And like I said, Hemming started that. I don't know how it went across the country. I know they did it for a number of years because they advertised it. We did it for 10 years, and it worked out really well. People were very happy with that format. So.
Right. Let's see what the fellas are talking about.
All right.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Oh, fellas.
What's up?
That was a day in the big city.
Yeah.
Or raised in the big
all the
city.
things that were going through my head as you're talking about all the car shows on Long Island.
Yeah.
And all the bitching.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Jim, you would have to have been to one of those. I mean, the car council meetings were such a interesting endeavor. In the beginning, it was actually a productive meeting where people did figure out stuff, but toward the end, and I'll tell you something, Chris and I were going, and every year, and even though we weren't doing, a car show, I wasn't doing a car show anymore, we were using the radio show as the adjunct, and we would get up and give a speech, and we would always tell everybody, we did our own little comedy bit thing there, but we would always tell people, hey, you guys are all the clubs on the island. We want to support you, so we want to have you on the show. You want to come on? Maybe two guys, a president and a VP or whatever, come into the show and talk about the club, talk about what you do. Free advertisement. We're giving you, we're giving you a radio.
I guess you don't remember, but that's where we met.
Okay, I never remember where I met people. I never do. Sorry, I don't. So, okay, so firsthand what we did.
Oh yeah.
So and we weren't pushing for anything. We weren't collecting any money. We weren't asking for pints of blood. We were there for the clubs. Well, one year, I think it ended up going on a Sunday, and we couldn't make the meeting. And I heard from some good friends who were there that somebody had stood up at this particular meeting and said, "Hey, those good thing those radio guys aren't here. I got something to say." And they're like, "What?" And they're like, "What do we need? What are these radio guys doing here? What do we need the media for in our meeting? Are they here? Like, are they taking our information out? Are they, but I don't even remember the stupid shit that this guy said." And I heard it firsthand from a very good friend who was there. So it was just unbelievable. So I heard that. I was like, it was a joke, right? Well, it wasn't a joke. This guy thought we were in there as plants and bugs to infiltrate the president's council. So
to do what?
Good question. So it got back to us, and my first thought, my first comment was, is that the sense of the body? Is that what the president's council wants? And the answer was no. I said, because we'll keep coming. I said, but we're not looking to ruffle feathers, but I'm not looking to agitate anybody either. That's our gig. So I heard a couple more things, a little bit more of that crosstalk. And I said, you know what? I said, better yet, we're not going. You don't want us there, we're not going. And I still kept in touch with the clubs that I knew, and we still have them on the show to this day. And I said, if you don't want us there, we won't be there. We don't need it. So I said, I'm not gonna entertain the bullshit. It's not worth it. So
right.
It's not at all. Especially when you're trying to do these guys a favor.
Exactly. Well, that's how stupid it was. We were there really all for them, and I don't even remember. I think I remember what club it was. I think this is going back probably 10 years or so, and I think I remember the name of the club. But the guy never, and I put an open comment out. I said, hey, here's my name and number. Call me or text me. Let's talk face to face. Come on the show. Let's talk about it on the radio show if you want. If you don't like that, let's have a phone call and tell me what you think. Yeah.
Yeah, of course not.
No.
Yep.
And that's how I knew for sure. I said, okay, this guy's a blowhard. But
well, guys, let me make this quick. It's good to see everybody. I got another 3 a.m. Wake up call, so I'm just popping in to say hey, and missed you guys the last couple of weeks. But it's been the same thing. Unfortunately, they're early Friday morning calls, and as Lewis will tell you, you got to take that call. So
yeah.
Ray, you should like my my little moniker tonight. I see your St. Alfonso's pancake breakfast.
Yes, where I stole the margarine.
Stole the margarine, exactly. So, Brian, I forgot you. I need to call you.
Okay, no problem.
Just don't call him late for dinner.
You can call him, please.
Uh-oh.
You be safe on the road tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try. I got to run up to Atlanta, and actually, I have to run up through Spaghetti Junction, the worst roads in Atlanta. That's where the delivery's at, is up off of there. So,
really,
yeah. Luckily, it's an open window, but I'm gonna try to get in, get out, and get the hell back on town. I went to a carrier and I went to a delivery in Winston-Salem yesterday, and I got there at 11. And I left at 4:45.
Oh, wow.
It took that long to load you.
Well, I got there at 11. The delivery appointment was at 11. At 2:15, they told me, the guy on the dock is moving now, so go ahead and back in. And like I said, I laid down in the bunk and woke up at 4 and went, damn, they're not done yet?
Yeah, that's why I couldn't mess around with freight, man. I'd move cars, so I could go to the auctions and pick up the cars, load them, and hit the road. But freight, I couldn't do it, man. I can't sit, man, all the time.
Well, see, that was when I pulled cars. I pulled them from the ports, and like I was telling Ray the other day, I love that because I can remember going to Port Newark in Jersey, loading Volvos and Saabs at like 2 a.m.
Yep.
Because
nobody there.
Yeah, or you had access, and as long you'd get there and they'd recognize the carrier and they'd wave you in and they'd check your credentials, and then all of the ports I had been to, Newark and Port Houston and all the ports that I called on regularly, they all knew the trucks, they all knew the line that I was working with, so you get there and you know where to go get your paperwork and then go find your units and all that and bring And I'm, it'd be 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm out there listening. Like I was telling Ray, I had found this really, really good, almost like a college radio station, but they'd be playing like heavy metal at like 2 a.m. Because Port Newark is right across the river from, in Jersey from New York, and it was just, But like I said, it's loading into ports. It's 24/7, most of them. So as long as you had your credentials, get on the port. Get your stuff and go. And when we would go to Brunswick in Georgia, I preferred to load at night because it'd be hot as hell during the day.
Yeah.
Because most of those cars out of Brunswick went to Texas. So, and then from Texas, I'd empty out and go down to Houston. And then from Houston, I'd load up into the Midwest, up in Chicago and that area up there. And then I would bebop over to, Jersey, and just make like a big circle, do the circle twice and go home.
Yeah, nice run.
Oh yeah. All right, guys, like I said, let me hop off here. I didn't mean to interrupt the flow of the show here, but I just
safe travel.
I gotta hit. I'm literally gonna hang up or click this off and go to bed. So
all right, take it easy.
Hey.
Later, guys. Everybody be safe. Yep.
Okay, Vince, take care. Be careful.
All right, Brian.
What's going on, Paul?
Everybody.
How's everyone tonight?
I don't know. You're really fucked up. Can't hear. You're.
Well, that's laying it on the line.
Hey, dude, I'm really sorry. I should just go because I have no patience with anybody today.
Oh boy,
so I'm ready to make everything a fucking car wash.
I'm staying off your fighting side. That's for sure.
Yeah,
You're getting away the big man. That's for sure. Especially when he's jacked up on Starbucks. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, boy.
Other than that, Mrs. Kennedy, how was Dallas?
Paul,
your sound sucks.
Yeah, we can't hear you at all.
We can't hear you, Paul. It's like
your microphone has a pin and it's stuck in it. You broke the speaker.
Sounds like the broken speaker, right?
All right, I'll reconnect.
Log out, log back in. No time to play games today.
No, sir.
Poor Paul.
Yep, poor Paul.
Oh, wow.
So, Keith, any car shows popping down there by you?
I don't know. I've been too busy fixing things to even have a chance to go to a car show.
Keith, the guy with 3 carbureted vehicles.
Yep, that's right.
We got
drive
a
any
huge
of
one
them.
Saturday. Saturday we got a huge one here. It's going to be over 1,000 cars.
Wow.
It's Mike and Mel's fall show. Usually the spring and the fall show are the biggest shows. And they usually have a few internet guys. We've had that guy that drove that stupid Diablo 200 million miles or some bullshit. He's got some YouTube page, and but there's usually a few of those guys floating around. But it's a huge show. Hopefully I'll have my baseball bat and I can find some of my deadbeats. So that's a different story. Well, I'll have my my AI sunglasses on video recording, and maybe I'll have my own YouTube page.
So let me ask you, Brian, and everybody else, what is your thought of a show like that? When you go to a show with that many cars, is that your preference, or I mean, because it's not mine. There's like too much to see. Like,
Well, that's like Turkey Rod Run down here. It's
a lot about
whole
that.
day. Daytona. The whole thing is full of cars, and you have to decide. I mean, it looks like they have them separated though. You got like a Chevy section, Ford. So it's a little bit. If you don't care about Fords, you can kind of skip that section, go look at the Chevys, or go to the Dodge section. So you could blow through it pretty quick. You don't want to look at.
That's what I always heard about Carlisle, and I've never been there, and that's one of the reasons, because I heard like, yeah, I mean, unless it's like Chrysler's at Carlisle, now it's all Carlisle, or Corvettes at Carlisle, but the regular show is so big and so scattered. It's like, if you want to see a couple things, you better have some damn good walking shoes and aspirin, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Carlisle. Yeah, like I said, when I went to the Ford show, you can't see it all. I mean, it's hard unless you go 2 days or, luckily for me, Molly was willing to walk around in the rain.
Right.
And I got lucky from the very get-go, and we were close enough also, because that's another thing. When it's nice and packed, you're parked so far away. And if you get anything, you either got to carry it around all day, or if you go back to the car, you're like, man, am I going to walk that?
Go back, you're done.
Back all the way back to walk around some more. So I go mix. Actually, Ray, I'm kind of mixed on a big show and a small show.
Okay.
Like I said, because it really depends, and unfortunately, it depends on what side of the couch I wake up, because it's either I go there and I just walk right through it. I start at the beginning and walk, and you just kind of see what you see, and if there's something you like, you stop and look.
Right.
Or then like I said, if I want to be a social butterfly and only get to about 13 cars and 5 people, and then all of a sudden it's time to go home.
Like I said, I always feel. I guess I feel like that little grain of sand on the beach. It's like there's so many cars here, and if I'm standing here looking at these, what's over there and what's over there, and what am I missing over that hill? Because I know as soon as I get home, someone's gonna say, "Hey, did you see that car in section whatever?" I'm like, "No, man, I never got near it." Oh shit, that's the one you've been looking for years.
Yeah.
I just stay away. I just don't do it.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'd rather go and see as much as I can see than not go and not see any of them.
Lewis, I think you have the better attitude about it. I really do. I'm fucked up. I am.
Or you just do it the easy way.
What's that?
You get on Instagram to that site, you see the stuff there, and you tell everybody that you saw it, and you never left the house.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Right.
That'll work.
That's what you do.
At Turkey Rod Run, I like looking at the cars because they have a big car corral with all the cars are for sale.
Oh yeah.
And you're just looking at them like, wow. But the thing is, they jack the prices up probably by 10% just because it's at this show. I'm looking at them like, that's not worth that. It's maybe $5,000 less, but it's kind of cool because you can see all the. I'm like, oh, I can actually buy this car. I'm like, oh, this is neat. And then you can tear it apart and go, look, does this paint run? And then, whatever. I want
to go to Turkey Run really bad. One of my distributors buddies, or one of my guys, or in the group here, he goes down and for Turkey Run. I had the year before, a buddy of mine took his. He's got a Oldsmobile. I think it's an Oldsmobile, but he put in a Cummins diesel.
Nice.
And took that down there and so forth. It's real. I tell you, man, that the thing just throws you for a loop because it's sitting there, and when he goes to start that thing up, you're like, is that a and he's got like, I don't know, 700 horsepower or some bullshit.
My friend Vic, who calls the radio show, he used to go down there every year. That was his must-do show. And he told us a story one year how he came back. He bought a Holly carburetor, and he brought it back on the plane. He stuck it up on the rack where the luggage went. They were looking at him like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, yeah, I got to bring it home. What am I going to do? It wouldn't fit in my backpack. So
it's like put the bare carburetor just stuck up there?
Yeah. Probably had gas in it too, knowing Vic.
I'm surprised. No, don't even get me started.
So I'll tell you, I got to tell you something that happened today. It was kind of funny. My wife's never going to go out with me again. We're out doing some errands today. On the way home, my good buddy in town here had sent me a picture of this guy who's got a car only on the other side of the highway from me, a 65 Le Mans in Iris Mist, which was a 1 year only color for Pontiac. It was 65. So the pictures look really nice. So I find it because he gave me the address, and I roll up, and there's a guy sitting on the steps. So I tell my wife, hang on a second. She goes, what are you going to do? So I just pull. There was nowhere to stop, so I pull across the street right in front of somebody's house, and I jump out of the car, and I walk across the street. I walk up his his walkway, and he says, hi. I said, hey, hi, how you doing? I said, I came to take a look at your car. Oh, yeah, great. He just starts talking about the car immediately. He goes, yeah, my name's Ted. I said, yeah, my name's Ray. So it ends up he's had it for like 3 years, and it was a lot rougher in person than it looked from a distance. Paint bubbles and the interior needed a lot of work. It was a column shift bucket seat car. That's the second one I've seen this summer. Yeah. But, so he's telling me the story about, and he says to me, hey, yeah, he goes, I'll get the keys. You want to take it for a drive? I'm like, no, man, I don't take your car for a drive. But anyway, I stood there. I sat there for about 10, 15 minutes looking at this car and, telling him about mine. And I said, yeah, I have to bring it by until some guy in a pickup truck came and he wanted to get into the driveway that I was blocking. So now my wife's like waving me down, like, get over here. All right. So she's like, what the hell were you doing? I said, talking to Ted, man. He's my new buddy. So he says to me, he goes, hey, do you know Paul? I'm like, Paul? No, Paul who? He goes, guy down, a couple blocks down. I said, the guy with the Riviera. I just passed it. It was a gold 71 Riviera. And I said, no, but I just saw that car. So I passed by there, but the guy wasn't out because I want to buy that car. I want to see. I had a 71, and I have a lot of parts for the 71 still. But this car is sweet. It's gold. So I told my wife, I said, oh my God, can I have 2 gold cars? I don't know. That's kind of weird. But it was just the fact of, now we were dropping off the car at the train station so my daughter could, when she comes home from work, she had a car to drive. And my wife, I said, I'm going the other direction. She goes, where are you going? She goes, you're not going down to that Riviera, are you? I said, yeah, I saw the garage open again. I wanted to you better not stop. She goes, I got things to do at home. I was like, shit. Whipping U-turn in the middle of the block and go the other way. I was like, damn, I can't have any fun anymore. So she's like, you're so damn social all of a sudden. You want to? I said, yeah, these are car guys. Come on, and they're right in our neighborhood. I said, yeah.
There you go.
So, I don't know. Whatever. But always getting in trouble.
I hear you. Me too.
Yeah.
I'll pull up and I'll pull in somebody's garage.
Oh boy. Yeah, it was a little weird walking up on this guy. He's a big dude, and it was funny because usually car guys don't talk until you break the ice or you break through the wall. It's they're pretty closed mouth. But this guy's telling me his name. He was telling me he was where he lived in Queens, that he was a New York City detective. He's retired. I'm like, God, I got half this guy's resume in like a minute and a half. Like he really wanted to talk because he didn't have many friends.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah.
So when I was in Missouri, we stayed at some friends' houses in Missouri, and they have a schoolie too. And down the street from them, a guy had a garage. I don't know if I told you guys about this, but he had a garage, and it probably had 30 cars in it.
Wow, no, you didn't tell us.
And it was. My buddy just sent me the video of what was in it. Somebody did a YouTube thing on it.
Uh-huh.
And he has like old Corvettes. He has like 4 or 5 Corvettes. He has some Chevelles. Wow. He has Roadsters. I'm just crazy stuff. He easily has $1 million and some change in cars.
Oh yeah,
easy.
At my storage unit I was in the other day, I noticed there was a school bus over there sitting, and I was like, I wonder what's going on here. So that was like last week, and this week I stopped by, and he had the sides all like taped up or something.
You're gonna paint it?
Well, it was not painted. I don't know what he's in the middle, but so I looked around. The guy that runs the lot or owns the lot or whatever, I was want to see if I can ask him, see what the guy, if he was building some, building a schoolie or what. But I thought of you. Actually, when I was in the county lot the other day, Tuesday lot, they had about 15 buses getting ready to go off to auction.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
they go so cheap, man. It's crazy.
They finally, because of, well, I know we're live, so I got to really watch it. But because of COVID, they had, they didn't update the buses, so there's a handful of older units on the road, because of the situation. But as we go more to save a tree and the lick of the leaves, there's more of those coming in. So, we're all for it. Good. And so there'll be more buses soon.
Yeah.
Did I say that nicely?
Yeah, you did good. You did good.
Okay.
I kind of didn't even pick up on what you were really trying to say. So I guess you did a good job. Well, maybe it's just me.
I was going to tell Lewis if he needs more buses. We got more up here.
Okay, good.
You can stop by. I'm sure I didn't go into, well, I did go to the other one, but I didn't. The one place I go into, I know the ones that they're getting ready to auction because they're on the back side where I come in.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, they flipped the lot upside down, so it's not the same way. I just come in and go right to the shop. So,
yeah, I think they timed the buses out after 11 years.
It's 10 years.
Yeah.
So, and these buses they're actually a little bit older. They're almost 13 years old because during that time period of where we were all being safe, they didn't get any new ones in or whatever.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy how cheap they sell them too. I think these buses are 200, 300 grand when they buy them new.
Oh yeah, they're way. I mean, yeah. It's insane.
Then 10 years later, they sell them for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000.
They probably look at depreciation and figure they've gotten their money out of them, and it's a budgeted expense, and now they can just like when the rental companies auction off their cars, they just go by depreciation value and away they go.
A lot of times with the rental stuff though, their biggest holdback on that. Of course, today's not as big as back in the day, but they have so many miles on them. I mean, they'll rack up mileage real quick.
Yeah. So they usually sell them in like 3 years, 2-3 years. They're kicking them loose because I think they want to be under 70,000, 80,000 usually when they sell them. Typically, I think that's what I heard somebody say.
Or I think some of that's also with their the warranty because they want to sell when they sell it. They still want to have that's why mileage versus warranty time or whatever, so that when they sell it, they can still get, I guess, some more money, even though it's cheaper, but it's because of the warranty aspect.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm hoping I can find that guy just with the bus just to see, because he's moved it. He's had it in 3 different spots. I don't know if the guy, if they, because of the size, they move him around so he doesn't not in the way or whatever. He hasn't been in the way.
Yeah, I see a lot of people that have their buses at storage units and they work on them there.
Yeah.
Because like the city that I couldn't park there for a while, but for some reason they mess with me. Knock on wood.
Oh yeah. 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 We, well, you know, I don't know why you pick these topics that I can't talk freely about. You know, you just let me fester inside, and I got to come up with sweet things to say. And
just to
All
screw.
right. You got
it must be you guys.
you got 20 minutes. You can be free. 20 minutes.
Well, Brian, we in every group, there's always like an agitator. There's the moderator. You always get your peacemakers, and you're always on the fringe. You can go either way a lot of times. So hope you the right way, and we can get like a lot of different things. And we know you're always like there's like the fuse is always like smoldering.
Well,
All we have to do is go just blow on.
You have John's spirit.
I know.
Fuse is lit. Even though you see, but you see, that's the thing. If you remember when John was here, God rest his soul, Brian was always the moderator and the peacemaker for Brian, trying to calm him down. It was only because he knew he had his own fire burning, but he was always, and that's the sign of a true peacemaker. Calming down the other people. It'll be your turn someday, but so it's I
had one of my customers asked me. He goes, "What goes on when you guys go when you go off?"
Oh, baby.
A lot about it. And I said, there's a lot of shit that gets said. And he's like, how do we find that part? And it's like, I said, well, when we have our fans only page.
Yeah.
Pay only.
Well, and to that point, I mean, recently everything's been pretty calm, and there hasn't been a lot of, stuff, a lot of anarchy or whatever. We've been pretty calm. That's because Keith hasn't been right.
I'm keeping you guys tame. Yeah.
What cars you got down there? You got some cars down there to talk about? How many cars you got?
What? Me?
Yeah.
I got like 20. I got like 20 cars. I did 2 oil changes today. That was my fun for today. Yeah. I'm going to Tennessee next week, and we're not sure which car we're taking. So that'll change the oil in the Stinger, and then in my HHR, I'll get that ready. Which that thing's ready to. I need to do some work on that thing. It's leaking oil and water, so I can drive it. I just have to make sure I have an extra quart of oil, and then a jug of water. So every time I can just fill it with water and keep on going.
You have a Stinger?
Yeah, Kia Stinger. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
2020. Yeah.
Yeah, my new son-in-law has a Stinger.
Yeah. Did the all-wheel drive?
Huh?
Did he get the 6-cylinder all-wheel drive?
I don't know. I don't know which one it is. I know that Molly likes to drive it, and he's got himself a few tickets with it, I guess, or had a few incidents. So they might have. She said I might take the car over because I guess insurance or whatever. I don't know how accurate or if that's just kind of reading between the lines, but I know I can't. I haven't had a chance to drive it yet, or he's had it for a while. They don't make them any. They don't make them anymore, right?
No, they don't make them anymore. No. It's my wife's car. We bought it, so we probably bought it in 18 or I don't remember. Anyway, she wanted a car for herself, and then she was driving for a little while, and then we realized the kids were ruining it. So she's like, "I'm not driving it anymore." They would get in there and just trash the inside, garbage, feet all over the place. And and she's like, "I'm not driving it." So they ruined the Honda Odyssey. They tear that up. That thing gets all abuse. So this thing only has like 20,000 miles on it, and I'm under there today changing the oil, which this has all like this. It's got like a belly pan under there, but it's made of like cardboard, it's fur, some kind of material. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Anyway, and I'm looking between the engine and the transmission, and there's already leaked. There's like those oil sitting there. I'm like, are you kidding me? This thing, 20,000 miles, barely drive it, and it's leaking oil. It's like that. But the oil was like black, and it's like we've only done one oil change on the thing. So I don't know when we did it. What, maybe 10,000 miles, and then now The other tent, it was black. I was like, okay.
Well,
I don't know. It takes like
is
7.5.
it a manual or
No, it's auto.
it's
I don't think they
auto?
have. I don't think they have a manual.
No, maybe that's what it is because I know that.
It's got the flappy paddles. You can play
Yeah,
with.
it's got the paddle
Yeah.
shifters on it.
You can put it into sport and use that.
What kind of car is it?
2020 Kia Stinger.
Kia Stinger.
Yeah, and it's the one we didn't know it at the time when we were buying it. We were like, oh, it's nice. They actually had two. It was this indigo, like purple blue color. And like, all right, well that's a nice looking color. And then it has brown interior, like chocolate brown interior. Turns out they made like 500 of those in the United States.
Oh wow!
And the dealer had two.
Like, metallic grayish color, I think.
Yeah, no, it's the primer color. Yeah,
And it's got gray, black interior. I think it's black interior.
You got the 2-door, or is it four? It only
no,
comes
it's
with
4-door. Yeah, it all 4-door. Yeah, and then it has a hatch. You can put a lot of stuff in it. You can put the seats down, and you can put a whole bunch of crap in there. Pretty versatile, but I don't think we ever put any. I don't think we ever transported.
Yeah, actually, we
anything
took it to Dover. Did we go to Dover in that? I rode in and didn't even know what the hell it was.
No, that's a that one there is a GTS. I think they made like 800 or something of those.
Ryan, I would think that would be a little bit of a tight fit for you, no?
It was. I
Yeah.
mean,
Okay.
they just crammed the fat guy in the front seat and put a rubber band around my head in the headrest and down the road,
I
Yeah.
remember when they came out. I thought it was a pretty cool looking car. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. I don't know how much horsepower does the thing have. It's probably like
a million
something.
A million yens.
Yeah.
I got to stop.
Horsepower.
Maybe I'll get some more coffee.
365. Is that right? Let's see.
Wow. That's pretty good.
365. The 3.3 turbo. Yeah, oh wait, something else is 368. Anyway, yeah, that's not too bad. All-wheel drive, so it just takes off.
Yeah.
Fun car.
I just
like that we
saw
don't
a video tonight where in Asia, Toyota is releasing a new. It's like a new FJ Cruiser. They're not calling it FJ Cruiser. They're calling it not a Range Rover or something Rover FJ, and it looks it's like a shrunken FJ, but it's got a 4-cylinder in it, not a 6. So,
Could it be any more smaller?
Yeah, right now it's not slated for the American market. It's like for the Asian market, but the guy did a really good thing. He showed the new Bronco and the baby Bronco, and he said it's kind of like this. It's kind of like the little brother to the regular Bronco, and be interesting. We'll see.
You see the new Cyclone in Hot Wheels, the red one, Keith?
Yeah, I keep looking at the at Walmart and stuff. I'm probably just gonna buy it off eBay.
Oh, jeez.
I'll pay the extra, the $5, $6, so I don't have to keep searching for it every time I go in.
Yeah, well, there was only one in this case. The next case will have 2. So that's the only reason why it's a little scarce, because it was a new, a new release. In this case, there was only 1 per case, and the next case there will be 2. So there'll be more coming in the coming months. It's that red one right there.
That's the third one.
It's
that one.
No. Is that? Yeah. It's
that one,
I know
right?
it's red. That one, the third one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get them. Eventually.
Yeah. So
I don't need to buy it from Korea. I can wait. From the people in the I guess the guys in the warehouses, wherever they manufacture in the factories, just like take them and do like, all right, let's sell this one.
Malaysia.
Oh, Malaysia, yeah.
Yeah, that's close enough to.
Close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, they also had the new FJ Premium Transport System truck out. It's a yellow FJ. It's on the back of a flatbed. It's a premium transport series. I don't know. But that was a new release, the new FJ. I saw that. I saw the.
Oh, well, I got it. Hold on.
I gotta get
I was just
one.
looking at it.
That was. Yup, that's it right there. The new premium FJ.
Oh, down the next slide down under images. It's got the black roof and black fenders.
Yeah.
It's got a number on it too, number 40.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you make that big? Take the screen. Can you blow it up? That's the premium transports.
So it's on a trailer, and then what's towing it? Oh,
it comes with a flatbed of some sort, a flatbed or transporter. There's usually I don't know in that case, but it's 4 in a case. It'll be like 2 of those. They had another Mopar release, dragster Mopar, and usually some Japanese crap thing. I mean, supercar.
TDM car.
Yeah, that's Ed's car, or EDM, or ADB, or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be. I'm sorry.
So, Ray, you said they're coming out with a smaller one?
Yeah, they said the European market, the Asian market. It's it's smaller in every dimension than the one that I have, and it's actually a real 4-door instead of having the suicide doors. So they changed it around a bit, and of course it's a. Oh yeah, there you go, Brian. You don't waste any time. That looks more orange, Brian.
Yeah.
Than yellow.
So they had the Honda. Little Honda there, and then they had the let me see if I can line this up. Where is the I can't do this and not see. Oh, the Mopar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
The 73 Plymouth Duster.
Right.
I'm really surprised. Huh?
Ray, when's that FJ is supposed to come out?
I think they said it's out. They're going to release it shortly in the European market, but not slated for North America.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, it's orange.
Yeah, I just caught a YouTube video on it just tonight.
Keith is in the backstage.
Okay, hold on.
His camera came disconnected.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I went to go
Missed,
get this.
missed, yeah, I had one, Keith. The FJ.
You got that thing. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's like some flatbed.
And then they had I would recap, but they had the Honda.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
The little Honda Civic, and then they had the Plymouth Duster.
Plymouth Duster.
Yeah, this was a Civic, 73 Honda Civic.
I got this. I got this. I totally forgot about it. What is it? The Skyline?
The Skyline? You got one?
Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot I ordered it. I was like, oh. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. That's terrible. I had the same problem. I didn't even know I had the FJ. So
it's like, I was like, oh, what is this? I go, oh, all right. I don't remember getting this.
When the money's no object, that's what happens.
That's right.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's
yeah.
Thank God I got that baseball bat.
All right, I'm not going to go away this time because of the camera.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck happened. Anyway. Yeah, I was just looking at it. Some guy selling a FJ. It's yellow and the whole thing's faded. The whole roof is faded for like $7,000. Yeah, $7,000. It's got 200-something thousand miles on it.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like I don't know. I think that's too.
There's a
little money. I don't
older
believe it.
lady that has baby
I can find
blue with a white top. I think it's baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a baby blue, sky blue.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what year it is, but that thing is so damn clean. It's, I mean, the inside. I mean, she parks right. She parks right next to the tool truck when I'm over at Target, and when I come out, it's there. And man, that thing is so clean. I can't believe. I don't know how many miles are on it or whatever.
You know, I told you guys, I remember when I was at the shop a lot, especially in the winter, as the seasons changed. Before I had mine, me and my buddy Mike, we used to count them going by. Look, another FJ. You know, it was like doing Volkswagens. You know, another FJ, and we didn't really count them, but we just noted them. And then we noticed after a couple of years that once the winter came, we didn't see the FJs anymore. And I'm like, you know, because I noticed in the spring they were back.
Yeah.
I said, people are putting these things in the garage and not taking them out. I mean,
Well,
it's a
being-
four-wheel drive, go through anything vehicle, and they're putting them away in the winter. So, and that's why they're staying so damn nice. I like they're actually treating them like a collector car.
Yeah.
Blew me away. You know, I didn't expect that. Well, mine sits on the street, so mine doesn't get garage treatment. So,
What's up, Papa Squirrel?
Not much. I just spent the last 30 minutes trying to get onto the show.
wow.
Oh no.
Well, see, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the,
You
it's
in
not
jail
quite
again?
the basement. Huh?
You in jail again?
Yeah, I'm up in Washington State.
Okay.
My wife went to the East Coast to help a friend of ours at a Ren Fair. And of course, I got assigned up here because I sometimes forget my medicines. And it sucks getting old.
You can't be left alone.
Yeah.
You can, but I'm not always going to take the pills that I'm supposed to. And now it doesn't bother me. She gets all worried about it.
Yeah.
I think it's something to do with keeping me alive for that
Yeah.
disability pay.
she kind of likes you a little bit.
Yeah, I think she does too, except when she gets mad at me.
Yeah.
Except when they take out another policy on your life insurance. That's
Yeah,
when
exactly.
You know, I really need to check on that because I'm not sure if she has or hasn't.
If they take out if they increase it, they gotta wait to what 30 or 60 days. They can't. They can't, at least you know you have a little bit more time to run.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't run so good anymore.
I know. Well, I saw the notice from ours, and I asked what that was, and she said, "Never mind." So I'm
Never
counting days.
Don't worry about it.
My wife just made sure that she rented a scooter for SEMA because I didn't get to go last year because I literally was out of my head. The drugs they had me on, Ozempic or something, I don't remember. She knows the name. But I had an idiosyncratic reaction that the VA goes, nobody's ever done that. I said, that's why I'm telling you we have that problem.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't here. So
Well, look forward to seeing you this year.
Well, I'm going to be at SEMA one way or the other. Well, I am going to be there. We already got our plane tickets. Because
Good.
I'm having to fly from Washington. She's flying from North Carolina. And we're going to meet in Vegas. She's going to lead me around.
Asked her if she could find that place where the leather was at.
I don't even know if it exists anymore.
Yeah.
Where's she at? What Ren Fair? Which one?
Do what? Oh, she's in the what? Hell, I don't remember the name of the Ren Fair, but it's the big one in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Oh,
I think.
I don't know if we still have ours going on. We have a big one here in Maryland. Also, I don't know if
Well,
it's still going
we're
on.
pretty much cutting down on a lot of. We don't even sell at fairs anymore. I gave the business to my daughter.
Mhm.
She doesn't know how lucky she is to inherit all the shit she got.
Yeah, I bet.
You know?
I'm gonna start making some stuff for rim fairs. I don't think I'm gonna go sell, but if I can get people to buy from me that want to resell, I think I'm gonna start doing some stuff like that.
I think that'd be easier because Ren fairs have too many rules. And
Everything has too many rules now, Papa Squirrel. This is
that's
why I'm a
true.
little wound up tonight. Everything's got too many damn rules.
The rules have rules.
The rules, and then nobody follows the rules.
Oh boy, and that's what bugs my wife so bad about our current leader of this country.
And God forbid the fat guy steps over the white line one time too many.
Well, let me shut down the show, and then we can go sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear about this.
So everybody
white
in the chat and live YouTube and Facebook, we do this every Thursday night at 9:00 Eastern time, and we talk about cars, boats, trucks, and anything you put gas in. So tell all
And
your friends
rules.
to come hang out with us, and Brian.
Public health hour.
Yeah, tell everybody we're here every Thursday night live. All right, everybody have a good night.